What up, y'all? So welcome to Ask Kevin Yee today, and today I'm not shooting in my crappy parking lot where I drink my coffee and stuff. Today I'm actually shooting in my room. For y'all that don't know, I'm actually trying to clean up my room. I'll post before and after pictures later, but it's still in the making. Like, we got a bunch of like cardboard over here, and we got like trash over here. So it's still being worked on. And plus, let me show you this, guys. Like, dude, I fucked up my wall. So I used permanent mounting strips, which apparently rip the fucking paint off your wall. So guys, if you are renting and you don't want to rip the paint off your wall, don't use permanent mounting strips. But actually, one of the questions I got today wasn't about you guys, it was about me, which I'm really surprised about, which is cool. But a lot of you guys are asking like where I went to pharmacy school, and you guys want to know my history and stuff like that. So basically, I'll start from the beginning. So I grew up in a town called Newton, Massachusetts, and I went to high school at Newton North. For y'all that don't know, I was a huge nerd for most of my life, you know. I always wanted to be cool, and I was part of math team, chess team, science team, swimming team, obviously the Asian club and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, so that was my high school. I took 11 APs or 10 APs, I forgot, during my last 2 years of high school, and believe me, that was the dumbest decision I ever made. I basically sacrificed my life. I didn't have any fun. I wasn't doing well in all the classes, which sucked, because it was exciting to take all those classes and set those challenges for myself, but what I didn't realize at the time was dude, you can't be good at everything, right? And I was stupid back then. But after watching that, after watching those movies like Better Luck Tomorrow and stuff like that, I mean, I was really inspired to do well at everything that I could, everything and whatever. And you know what's funny? The only AP class I didn't take was actually English. So typical Asian stereotype, right? But yeah, back to the question. So then I actually, at the time when I had to decide whether I wanted to do, when we were selecting colleges, I had no idea what I wanted to do. At the time, I was just basically chasing money. So as a lot of you guys know, I was actually thinking about chemical engineering at one point and pharmacy. But I didn't want to trap myself in pharmacy school. So I applied to pharmacy school at MCPHS Boston. But I decided not to go because one, I decided to listen to my stupid ex-girlfriend at the time, and she wanted me to go engineering school because there were so many dudes there, and she was scared I would cheat on her. So I was a dumbass and chose engineering school, right? But the other reason why was because I didn't want to stay trapped in pharmacy school, just in case I didn't like it, and I think this was a good idea on my part, just because I got to do a lot of cool things. Probably I switched to school, but I got to travel abroad. I stayed in Hong Kong for a few months. That was really fun, and I got to take my time and get exposed to so many other different fields and other things, right? And so during my last year of engineering school, I decided to apply to pharmacy school. Now, here was the thing, it was always sort of my dream or sort of my goal to go to pharmacy school, right? I mean, I think at that point I made a better decision, but still, a lot of you guys are asking where I went to pharmacy school, and I ended up applying to a lot of different schools like UConn. I applied to Mercer. I applied to Rutgers. I applied to St. John's. I applied to at least 10 schools, at least 10 solid pharmacy schools. And I might have heard back from 4 or 3. Can't remember. But I mean, in the end, I just went to whatever was closest at home. So I went to MCP Worcester, right? And that's how I chose my school. You know, it's not some crazy story where like, oh, I always wanted to go ever since I was a little kid. No, I was never like that though. It was you know, it was just one of those things that, you know, that was the first school that accepted me. It was really close to home, and you know, I always want to be closer to my family. And going to that school, so just in case y'all don't know, there's like there's like a few ways to go to pharmacy school. The school I went to was a accelerated 2-year and 10-month program where you basically blitz through everything. So you have like tons of exams every single week, stuff like that. And I mean, it was good because I got to get everything done with, but at the same time, like, you know, I feel like sometimes what's the rush, you know? Like, pharmacy school is sort of a journey that you go through, and an experience like anything else, like working or like experiencing foods and stuff like that. It's an experience that you can't get back, and you're probably not gonna go. I don't think anybody would go back to pharmacy school after graduating. So I mean, like, it's how you look at it. Some people are like, oh fuck, this shit sucks, I just want to get it over with. But at the same time, like, I say this all the time, but I met really good people there. I got to do a lot of cool things like fairs and stuff, and even when I was doing my rotations and stuff, I got to see how different places were. Now, not all of them were fun, don't get me wrong. Some places I sucked. One of the rotations, they didn't give me any work, which you might think is great, but until you actually realize that you're paying for something and you're in a hospital setting and you want to learn, because I was always in retail, so I felt like it was a waste of my money, because this was an opportunity where I could have been doing something active and whatnot, and I didn't. And I don't know, like, being in the hospital, I was always willing to do work or volunteer or whatever, you know what I mean? But at the same time, the preceptor didn't want to be a preceptor. Anyways, that's a sidetrack. Yeah, that is where I went to pharmacy school. And I know some of you guys asked me about my experience in pharmacy school, but I'll save that for another video, guys. So running at 8 minutes, I think this is a good time to cut off. So guys, if you've got any questions for me, tag Ask Kevin Yee. You can also email me at subscribers@refugeehustle.com. I read every single message, even though I might not reply on time ever, right? But I'm trying to get better with that, better with my time management, stuff like that. So, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Been more curious about what people do, and I did that